New at 11, fighting the war on drugs. It's one of the largest federal drug takedowns in Anderson County history. And we are sitting down with the Anderson County Sheriff to understand the ins and outs of how they worked with federal agents to bring in $500,000 worth of cocaine and really take down more than a dozen suspected drug dealers. Fox Carolina's Shale Remien talked with Sheriff Chad McBride and joins us live with what he had to say about this. Shale.
Well, Tori, I asked Sheriff McBride if he believes that drugs are one of the biggest issues here in Anderson County, and he basically said it's the issue, that this and crime are all really connected. So this was a big win for federal and local officers. It's at the center of nearly every crime in Anderson County.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think drugs attributes probably for 90% of crime.
Sheriff Chad McBride says it's not something you can completely get rid of, but you can target the source itself.
Well, most of these folks are dealers.
More than 130 federal, state, and local officers teamed up to bring in more than a dozen people on major drug charges. Agents got their hands on 18 pounds of marijuana, 10 guns, hundreds of rounds of ammo, $245,000 in cash, 5 ounces of heroin, 3 cars, not to mention
15 kilos off the street, which is, $500,000 worth of cocaine. That's important.
On a federal level, this is now presumed to be the largest federal warrant operation of its kind here in Anderson County.
For every drug dealer you take off the street, there's probably 10 people waiting to take their place. So that's just how that world works. But it certainly cripples their efforts, at least temporarily. And of course, that's the goal, is to interrupt as much as possible.
Fighting the war on drugs is not an overnight project.
You watch TV shows and you think, the TV show's an hour long. You can go from drug bust to prosecution to sentencing all in an hour, just like a TV show. And it's not. It takes a long time.
But a slow and steady drug investigation has now brought these a dozen people behind bars.
I hope these folks get some time, and I hope to not see them for a very long time.
And this effort was between Anderson County deputies, city officers, the DEA, ATF, U.S. Marshals, and a whole lot more. So what's next here? The U.S. Attorney General says they will be prosecuting these cases here on a federal level. For now, we're live in Anderson County tonight. I'm Shale Remien. Tori and Cody, back to you.